Ryland Grace is not the hero in Project Hail Mary. In fact, he considers himself the last person who should have been one.
No.
We see him waking from a coma, disoriented and by himself, slowly figuring out his mission. He is a biologist, sent on a mission to save Earth from astrophy's annihilation. How? The sun Tau Ceti, although surrounded by the Petrova line, like the Earth star, is not being consumed. Therein lies the answer. In the Chosen One trope, as described by Joseph Campbell, the hero sets out on a journey to best the bad guy and save the world. In Project Hail Mary, Ryland Grace goes out to space to find out the cure for a dying sun. Then he is the hero, right?
No, God!
In his flashbacks, we see he is reluctant to rise up to the need of the situation he is in. When Eva first asks him to help them, he refuses. He refuses to be in the boardroom with all the military. He doesn't want to be involved. He avoids the responsibility. And finally, in a shocking revelation, we see in a flashback that he didn't volunteer to come aboard the Project Hail Mary at all. He was forced into it by induced coma and sent to space in a probably doomed mission against his will. He's not the chosen one because he never chose to be in the confines of that spaceship in the first place. A hero, in most stories, chooses the burden. Ryland Grace never does. The mission is chosen for him, the sacrifice made for him. Even his courage comes later. And Eva and her team chose him because he was the only one with enough knowledge to figure out a solution once they reached the Petrova line in Tau Ceti. He was forced into the role, and for the most part he did his job well because he had temporarily forgotten about the circumstances leading up to his mission. He never wanted to take the center stage. And that's okay. Some people rise up to meet challenges head on, and some just want to let somebody else do the job, instead choosing to be in the sidelines. Ryland Grace is one of those guys. He's smart and intelligent, but he's also reluctant and avoidant. People have more trust in him than he has in himself. He repeatedly tries to explain to Officer Carl and to Eva Strat that he's not the right guy for the job. Not the one they're looking for. Even after hearing that not going on the Hail Mary mission will lead to the slow death of all of humanity, in the end, he cannot muster up the courage required to take the next step. He cannot take the leap of faith, and when that crucial moment, the call for action arrives, he hesitates and tries to back out. He looks for someone else. He is literally pushed to take the role of the lead scientist on the mission. And as much as we like to believe that we are not like that we are braver, stronger, sometimes we are really like Ryland Grace. Capable but unwilling. Needed but afraid. He is literally us. And it is only the push of the people around who believe in us more than we do in our own potential, or the pressure of an unavoidable situation or job that finds us in the front lines, showing up not because we wanted to, but because we were forced to. And the magic of Project Hail Mary happens right there. If Ryland had any say on his role and participation in the mission, he would never have chosen to travel in a ship in induced coma with the certain knowledge of never returning back to Earth, forsaking forever what is familiar. And thus, he would never have known what he is actually capable of. It is only because he was forced into his role that we see within him the capacity for heroism and greatness. He discovers within himself unexplored depths and potential for good that he never knew. He not only saves his world but also Rocky's, risking his life and his chance to ever return home. That's what is so amazing about the book and the movie. We come to know that he's not the typical hero, but a regular science guy who is trying to make the best of a bad situation, and we nod and smile. Because we understand. Because we have sometimes faced the same situations also. Project Hail Mary is not a movie of a typical hero. Instead, it shows how sometimes perfectly ordinary people are forced to become one. The real hero in the movie is of course the bestest alien ever, Rocky.